Hey guys, so it's the last week, and since it's the last week for us to pick our own topic, Nathan decided that we should all pick our own topic and something we want to talk about, or something we would want to hear others talk about. So I'm going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to talk about my favorite music festival I've ever been to, my favorite album, and then, although it's July and you usually wouldn't talk about this now, I'm going to talk about Christmas music because it's summer and we usually don't talk about that, but I want to hear some of your favorite Christmas songs. If you're a big fan of Christmas music or if you hate it, I love Christmas music, that's why I'm going to talk about it. And yeah, so that's all I'm going to talk about. I'll start off with favorite music festival, and that's Summerfest. I'm from the Milwaukee area, and it's the world's largest music festival, so I'm a little biased towards it, but there are a few good things I like about it. One is that general admission's only $20, and you can see usually there's three. I'll call them big acts. They're not on the main stages; those are a little more expensive, but you can still see like Imagine Dragons, Nelly, some pretty popular people and you can still see them just from on general admission stages. I just saw the Fray this past weekend. They were pretty good. They had a lot more hits than I realized. I didn't know I knew that many of their songs. I was just going because a friend wanted to go, but they were actually pretty well done. It was a pretty good set. Yeah, I've been to some other music festivals, but my only problem with those is they're just kind of expensive, and I prefer to spend less money. That's why I never go to like the big acts. Paul McCartney played the same day on Summerfest, but it was a little pricey. Even though I would want to see him, it just wasn't worth it to me. So yeah, the main reason is one, Milwaukee, that's really close to my house, and then two, general admission's really cheap for some of the great acts that you can see. The next thing I was going to talk about is my favorite album. This one's technically not an album on its own, but it's Beatles One. It's all their number one hits, and it's probably one of their best selling, I must say, compilations, because obviously these songs didn't all come out at the same time, but everything on that album is, I like every song on that album. I've been listening to it probably since I was 5 years old. My dad and mom both like the Beatles a lot, so I've pretty much always heard that music and can sing along to all those songs, and they always put me in a good mood. They usually remind me of summer or up north in the summer because I know we always listen to them up there for sure with all my family. So just reminds me of good times, and I really like the Beatles, so obviously their number one hits is going to be one of my favorite albums. And then last thing I want to talk about is Christmas music. I love Christmas music. So first time frame from when I think it's appropriate to start listening to Christmas music, and I'd say first snowfall. Usually that's almost always after Halloween, which is good because that's usually when all the radio stations start to switch. But once it's first snowfall, I think it's appropriate to start listening to Christmas music. We only get it for 1 month of the year. They usually stop like directly after December 25th, and it's a lot of great music. So I like listening to it pretty much as early as I possibly can. And first time it snows, I always like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas because it is. I prefer a snowy Christmas. I can't imagine Christmas without snow and not in Wisconsin because it would just be too warm. To be too warm, and it just wouldn't look like Christmas to me. It would be pretty weird to have that experience. I'm sure I'll have it sometime in my life, but I prefer the snowy Wisconsin Christmases. And then some of my favorite songs. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. That is a great one. Always like hearing that one. She's got a great voice, great message, and that's a great song. And then I'd say my favorite Christmas song is Happy Christmas by John Lennon. I actually hadn't heard this song for the first time till probably like 5 years ago, but it's definitely become one of my favorite Christmas songs. I can't really explain why. It just puts me in a good mood. Most Christmas songs put me in a good mood, but this one especially puts me in a good mood, and I like to hear it. So out of these, I just want to hear you talk about Christmas music, and then you guys can pick your other topics. But I'd prefer to hear what you guys think about Christmas music and what your favorite songs are and the atmosphere and when you like listening to them. So I look forward to watching your videos next week. Thanks.